Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. This is a little appreciation podcast, and this is an appreciation for Kevin Fredericks. If you guys have heard of Kevin Fredericks, hopefully you have by now. He's an NAACP nominated comedian, actor, producer, all the things, you know. He is known as Kev on Stage on pretty much all his social medias, but he posted something today, and I want to read it because this gave me a lot of clarity, and I passed it on to my sister, and she was just like, oh, this is great. She was like, she's like, I think my sister actually said, like, this freed me, you know, and it was so true. So he wrote, tip for creators: you are not responsible for something doing well. You are only responsible for making it and putting it out. The rest is on people, the industry, algorithms, etc. You can only control the creation, not the reception. And I gotta tell you, that is golden advice. Golden advice. And the thing is, I think deep down we all know this, but we don't really pay attention. We're so worried about likes. We're so worried about is the person gonna love it? Are they gonna connect with it? You can't even control all of that. I just did an episode talking about the 4 C's of social media, about connecting with people, having clarity, making sure you have consistency, and creating your content. But you know what? When you create your content, all you have to do are those things. Create your content and be consistent about it. The way people ingest your art is on them. Mind blown. Like, what? And we know this. It's not that we don't know this, but I gotta thank Kev for the reminder, because truly, if you immerse yourself in overthinking the content that you are creating, okay, and I'm especially talking about for social media, online content, even things like this podcast, if you're a YouTuber, anything of that sort, influencer of the online media world. If you really immerse yourself in, oh my God, I wonder if they're going to like it. Oh my God, if this is going to work. Oh my God. You don't know. You have no idea how you're going to connect with people. People will resonate with something in ways that you didn't even expect. So while I do believe that you should put out the best content that you would be proud of, if you're not going to be proud of it, don't put out something that you're not proud of. Put out something that you're proud of, something that you can stand by. I do believe that you should do that, right? But what he's saying is that once you love it and you put it out, the reception and how it's received, it has nothing to do with you. It may get received by 10 amazing people, and people have to stop worrying about numbers. I say this to clients all the time. Stop worrying about likes. Stop worrying about likes, because if you're worried about likes and you're worried about follower count, you will not be successful in this business. You can be a micro influencer, which is somebody who, doesn't have 50,000 followers or whatever the case may be. You could have 1,000 followers, right? But if 10 of those 1,000 followers continuously support you, They take your classes. If you're a coach or, whatever the case may be, they take your classes. They support your products that you come out with. It only takes a handful of your audience or a handful of your supporters to support you. You know what I mean? It doesn't take that much when you think about it. If you got 10 people that spend $100 a month, and let me tell you something, I'm not belittling any money, okay? Because money is green, all right? But if they only even spend $100, that's $1,000 a month. I'm saying monthly. I'm going on the monthly thing. And that's just 10 people. That's just 10 people. So can you imagine these influencers that have millions of followers, hundreds of that, even 20,000 followers? If you just have a good circle of people who support you consistently, and that may be getting a subscription from you, that may be a monthly retainer fee for some service that you're doing for them, whatever. We have to reverse engineer it. We can't overthink, oh my gosh, look at this big number that I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to reach 6 figures this year. Look at this big number. Reverse engineer it and say, okay, what and how many jobs do I need to do for me to make $100,000 a year? If you build websites, how many websites do I need to build to make $100,000 a year? How many consulting gigs do I have to do to make $100,000 a year? How many events do I need to plan? If you're a musician, how many gigs do I need to do to sing at to make $100,000 a year? Reverse engineer it and come at it from that direction, because you will really, it'll be a little bit easier for you to, think how you're going to reach these goals, right? But again, when you put out that music, when you put out that book, when you put out, however people receive it is how they receive it. Don't worry about getting caught up on the numbers, and when you post something, you go rush back to go look at it. Let me see how many people clicked on it. Don't worry about, I don't care if it's 2 people. I'll give you a perfect example. I did a post on Easter Sunday, okay? Mind you, it was a late post. It wasn't even an early post, because some people were posting from the night before. Some people were posting from Good Friday and then didn't post anything the rest of the weekend. I did not post until late, but I definitely wanted to put something up for Easter Sunday. It was a black background, which I'm known for because, my 2 primary colors in my logo and my business really is black and gold, right? Black, gold, and then the accent color is a teal turquoise type of color. I didn't even include that. It was literally a black background, and it had a gold cross in the middle. And then I think I chose a song by Fred Hammond, and y'all know I love Fred. Listen, people are still clicking like. When was Easter Sunday? Easter Sunday was on the 17th. It's the 22nd. People are still clicking like on it. People are still interacting with it. It has, I don't even know how many shares it has. I wish you could see who shared it. People are still forwarding. I don't even know how many forwards it has on there now. A few dozen. And I'm like, man, I wish I could see who's sharing it. I wish I could see who bookmarked it. I mean, that would be a little bit invasion of privacy, so I'm sure that's why Instagram doesn't give us that information. But you can see the interactions. So that means, what that tells me is it resonated with somebody. And let me tell you, I did not think that would resonate with people like that. Meanwhile, I'm working on videos. I'm doing mini vlogs. I'm like sweating, trying to put out content, and it gets lackluster response. But this, you don't know how you will connect with people. So just put out your content, create your creations, and set it free out into the world, and let the chips fall where they may. Stop trying to force going viral. Stop trying to force people to ingest your content the way you want them to. So I really thank Kev for that reminder, because sometimes as creators, especially for online creators like myself, we tend to get so bogged down on, how am I going to do this? It needs to be executed just right because this is the response. You can't control people's response to your art. You can't. So I thank Kev for that reminder. Absolutely. And it sparked me to create this piece of content right here. So yeah, I definitely needed to hear that today, because I gotta agree with my sister. It freed me. Who knew something so simple would be so freeing? So yeah, I appreciate that. But you know what? Hopefully it's a word for somebody else. Don't try to control the response or how people receive your art. Just create what you love to create and put it out there. Because honestly, it's so true. I know I say it all the time, but your vibe attracts your tribe. That's all I got. All right, you guys. Hopefully it has been a great week for you. We're wrapping up the week. It's Friday. Thank God. I'm so glad to get into the weekend. Enjoy your weekend, you guys. Listen, we're going into the last week of April. People, 4 months of 2022 are almost over. So get moving, get cracking, create your content and put it out there to the world, because you never know how you're going to connect with people. Connect with me on Instagram at Onyx Queen Media, and tag me, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. And if you tag me and let me know that you're listening to the podcast and you support, I will repost you in my stories. Have a good weekend, you guys. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With 1 click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.